that this doesn't become a daily occurrence, daily cycle. But I'm here to report that I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I started to have a little bit of spotting yesterday. And like I said, I really hope that it was implantation bleeding and not my period coming, because I was cramping like 2 days before so bad. But pretty much my period came in the middle of the night, and I have bad cramps. Like, I haven't had cramps like this in months. Like, I was having such bad cramps this morning, last night, in the middle of the night, that I was just up awake because I had cramps so bad. And then to top it all off, when I got to the airport this morning, I just started to not feel well. Like, my stomach was hurting so bad on top of my cramps. I was sweating, like I was super hot and sweaty and clammy, and I just felt so weak, so faint, starting about 15 minutes before I had to get on the plane. So I don't know if it was something that I ate last night, if it was what I ate this morning. I stopped at Chick-fil-A. I don't know, but I felt horrible. So then as I'm walking on the plane, at first I didn't even think I was going to be able to walk on the plane. I was going to either have them help me, or I don't know, like, and my breathing got super short. Like, I felt absolutely horrible in a couple minute time frame. I felt terrible from the time I saw my mom, because she landed and I got to the airport at the same time, so we were able to see each other in passing. I was fine. By the time I went through TSA and sat down, I just felt absolutely horrible that fast. On top of bleeding, on top of the cramps that hurt so badly. And then the woman didn't even have the decency that I was sitting next to switch seats with me so that I could sit in the aisle in case I needed to, like, get up and throw up or anything. I asked her, I'm like, God, let her know, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was wondering if you could switch seats. I'm not feeling well at all, and I just want to make sure that I have easy access to the bathroom. She goes, I don't like the middle seat. So I'm sorry, I can't do that, but I'll get up for you if you need to get up. And you could literally see me sweating. I'm like swaying in my seat, and she refused. So I'm sitting in the middle, trying to get as comfortable as I could for the flight. It was about an hour, and I felt absolutely horrible the whole entire time. And to top it all off, I'm not pregnant. And I cried, obviously, this morning, but I could only cry but for so long and so hard, obviously, because I had to get my little brother ready for summer camp, and I had to drop him off. And so I just kind of, like, I cried for like 2 minutes, and then I stopped, woke him up, kind of started crying again and stopped, got dressed, kind of started crying again and stopped, and then we got in the car, and then I just got to the airport. Now I'm home. Like, it's been a rough day, and to top it off, I still have work to do for my job, but it's just like, I can't focus. I just want to rest. I don't feel good. I'm not pregnant when I really, 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 truly thought that I was. But, like, you still have to work, and you can't talk to people about it. Like, you're still expected to show up. You're still expected to show up. And, like, I don't have anything left to give to show up today. I'm sorry, Darryl and his sister just got back. I it is right, I guess because I wasn't able to do this morning, it all just came. I feel like such a failure. I feel like such a failure. I'm just holding on to my faith, but like, I just wish I knew why and when. Why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? It's like everyone is having a baby left and right. Why not us? Why? Hello everyone. Today is August 1st. Feeling better from whatever was going on with my stomach. I think it was a slight out of food poisoning from the Chick-fil-A I got in the airport. But yes, I just wanted to share some things that I ordered from Amazon, hopefully, to assist our bodies on our journey. I got the Pink Stork brand reproductive health fertility gummies. Now, Pink Stork, I really like them. They are a Christian company. It says their mission, which I really like on this one, says to bring glory to God by supporting our customers and their families, our employees, and our partners, to provide hope and positively impact everyone who comes in contact with Pink Stork. So I got these gummies, which kind of helps you with boosting your fertility, whatever vitamins, minerals your body needs.
I just came in here to say hey so I can see myself later in these videos. Say hey me and feature me in the future.
And for Faye, I got EU Natural Conception Men, which primarily has zinc and folate, male fertility drive, and strength. So it promotes healthy fertility with essential vitamins, minerals, and herbs. Then, okay, I got the Pink Stork Birth Control Cleanse vitamins, but I read the reviews after I'd already ordered, and it said that if you already have like a regular cycle, people were saying in the comments, don't take them. So thankfully, when I stopped taking birth control, my cycle immediately was still regular. Like, I haven't missed any cycles. I hasn't been irregular, anything like that. So, but I wasn't able to cancel my order. So these came. So if it's anybody watching and you're trying to cleanse your body of birth control, if your cycle's pretty regular, the comment said not to take these. So I'm not going to take these just because my cycle has been regular since going off of birth control. And I also got this Easy at Home from premom.com ovulation test kit. It comes with 40 ovulation tests and 10 HCG tests. I got these because obviously buying a bunch of pregnancy tests is expensive, so these come with the strips. And a lot of people that I've watched who have gone through a similar TTC journey just would buy the strips because they're cheaper and you have more of them. And I want the ovulation test because I feel like what happened this month was my cycle was off. Like, I felt myself ovulating a few days before my calendar said I was supposed to, and I think that was due to me putting in my tracker that I was spotting for those 2 days last month when technically it was my period. So it threw my calendar off, which, then threw us off in, doing what we had to do. And so no pregnancy this month because days were thrown off, and the days matter. So I got this so I could be able to start to track my ovulation once my cycle's over, probably tomorrow or Tuesday. So yeah, these are all the natural helpers that we got. So I took these as soon as I opened them. A lot of people said that they just started to take them as soon as they got them, regardless of where they were at in their cycle. And there have been a lot of great results. A lot of the people who have taken these have been trying to conceive for a few months, a few years. And after taking them, they either conceived that month or the month after. So we'll see. I've been, most of these videos are me, but is there anything you would like to say overall? Just how this journey has been the last few months and everything? Yeah, from your perspective, since it's really just me.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I've been just numb to the emotions of it. Because of like previous stuff. So it's like I'm just trying to just trust God and take control and be patient and know that it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. And just know, like, we just started. Very saddening because I don't like seeing me cry and all that type of stuff. I'm holding this cookie like it's real good, but yeah, I don't like seeing you cry and stuff like that. So just be patient and continue to love and pray.
Hello, beautiful people. It is July 7th. And we are in the midst of cleaning our apartment. You know how Saturday weekend cleaning goes. But I'm just taking a quick pause because on my last clip, I mentioned we bought the ovulation test kit, the Easy at Home ovulation and pregnancy test kit. So this should just help me to better track my ovulation because you know it is such a small window that you can get pregnant. So I just want, even though I say, do it every other day, blah, blah, blah. I just want, to tangibly be able to see my ovulation, if I'm even really, truly ovulating yet, even though, I've been on birth control since February. So, about to take the first one. I'm going to obviously keep the strips, put them in the baby book. So today is technically day 10 of my cycle, the first day of my fertile window. So, gonna kind of try this out and see what happens. So I just did the ovulation testing and put the picture of the testing strip in the Premom app, which once you take the picture, it like automatically calculates like where you are on top of the lines and everything. So it was low. Obviously it's only like day 9, day 10, and my cycle, the two apps are like the Premom app is saying it's day 9. The app I use to track my periods is day 10. So I'm about day 9 or 10, which is standardly low. It doesn't start to increase till like days 12, 13, 14. So I'm gonna keep tracking over the next few days. And I'm really excited because if I'm not ovulating the way that I thought I was ovulating, this will show me. And that would be really good information to know and to reach out to my OBGYN about. I wish I was just doing this one again. But because the app that I've been using might also be wrong. So when I think I'm peak fertile, I might not actually be peak. I might have missed it already, or it didn't come yet. So these testing strips are just a great way for me to track my ovulation, make sure everything's good on my end. It sucks that this is all about timing, but it's all about timing. So I'll probably check back in a couple days. Hello, I know it's been a while since I checked in. Today is August 22nd, and so for the last clip you saw, I was taking my first LH test. So I took it for a couple days, and it was really low, and I was really like, man, like is something wrong with me? Am I still not ovulating? So I took it, and then number one, I realized that with me entering the results, I needed to change the control line and the results line myself to match. So once I did that, I felt a little bit better, but it was still, the app was still saying that my LH levels were too low. And so I was just like, okay, well, at least we might be figuring out what the issue is. But then it drastically went up and stayed up for 3 days. So that meant I am ovulating, but I did find out that I ovulate later in my cycle than I thought, and my cycle is longer than I thought. So I always thought, or at least, since pre-birth control, being on birth control, I thought that my cycle was only about 27, 28 days. My cycle is actually 30 days. So that also means that the last 2 months, us, going off of the prior app that I was using, us going off of that, we were wrong. And so we were just a few days, technically, than when I was really ovulating and have a higher chance of conceiving. We were, doing what we had to do a few days before that date. So with everything being off, that might be why. So I had a peak day, I had my ovulation day, and I also get ovulation pains, and I realized that the ovulation pains weren't necessarily triggering that I had ovulated. It was letting me know that I wasn't ovulating for 2 more days. So this whole time I was getting these ovulation pains, I thought I was ovulating already, and I wasn't. So starting to do the LH test strips definitely helped a lot. So yeah, so I wanted to update that since I didn't update in the midst of taking the test, because it's a lot. But I am 8 DPO, so 8 days past ovulation, and let's just say that I have been having some symptoms that I have not had the past 2 months, the last 2 days. Just like, it feels like I'm getting like punched in my uterus, like these just sharp cramps, and my BBT is still elevated, my temperature is still elevated. I've just been feeling like sick the last couple days, like actual like cold sick, and I don't have COVID, but like my throat will hurt or my head will hurt. I've been really tired. Yeah, and I've obviously looked at forums, and women being 7 days DPO, 8 days DPO, and having like the same things that I'm having now, and this was not a thing the last 2 months. So my Easy at Home Pre-Mom app said that I can HCG test on Wednesday. Technically I can start, and my period is supposed to come on Friday. So because the app says test Wednesday and the app has not been wrong yet, I will test on Wednesday, and then I will test again if obviously my period doesn't come. So yeah, and like obviously Darryl's been super involved in this process. Like every time I'm having symptoms, or I let him know like when my LH levels were high. I was just like, he's like been super involved in this whole process. So I probably really won't be able to like surprise him if we are pregnant, but I did get these cute little onesies that says future CEO. So obviously Darryl and I own our own businesses, and a few months ago he bought each of us a CEO shirt, and so I bought a future CEO shirt, and it's like 100 words little CEO should know or something like that, this cute little picture book. So I bought that, and I feel like I bought one other thing and I can't remember. But what I'm gonna do, if the tests do say positive on Wednesday, on like Friday, I'm gonna tell him to wear his shirts, because obviously we do social media stuff. So I'm gonna be like, hey, I want to take pictures in our CEO shirts, especially because I just launched my business. So gonna do that. Then I'm probably gonna ask him to go downstairs. So our apartment has like a mini mart, and so I'm gonna ask him like, yo, can you go get me a frappuccino from downstairs or something like that. And while he's getting the coffee, I'm gonna set up the onesies in the book. So I might not be able to completely surprise him, but to confirm what we think we know, I'm surprising him. Probably gonna set it up right on our bed. So yeah, so that's almost a week from now. So I will check in on Wednesday with the test results. Oh, and we kind of also decided how we're gonna like roll out with telling our family. So like my mom is technically probably gonna be the first one to know because her and Darryl's birthdays are in 2 weeks. So I said I would want to tell her for her birthday. We said we wouldn't tell his parents, and it'd be really hard not telling his parents until October because we're going on vacation with them. So telling them in person. So I'll probably like tell my mom and my grandmom around the same time. Tell his parents in October. And then we'll probably call like my dad and stepmom in like the midst of all that. And then we wouldn't tell the public until October because it'll be second trimester by then. And probably close friends after we tell my mom. It's just hard because we're not seeing his parents until October, so it's like hard to wait till then. But yeah, we'll probably just sprinkle in, and obviously we'll record it. And obviously this is all circumstantial because I don't necessarily know. I just know that I'm having symptoms that I did not have the past 2 weeks. So